Bet you weren't expecting that intro, were you, fuckers? Right then, so here I am. Right, I'm getting back on this YouTube shit. Got some plans for what I'm going to be doing, and they're going to be good plans because everything I do is good because I'm fucking awesome. God, if I was actually like that, it would be fucking ridiculous. I couldn't even live with myself if I was actually that big-headed. Right then, so back from the Roses Cup. The Roses Cup is basically Yorkshire versus Lancashire, and which are basically two parts of the country. One, Yorkshire is in the Yorkshire North East Division of powerlifting, and Lancashire is in the North West Division. I'm a North West lifter. I went down and coached that competition. I'm happy to say that we smashed it. Absolutely fucking pissed all over the Yorkshires. It wasn't really that competitive because I think I heard like a lot of their better lifters like dropped out with like some bigger comps in mind and things like that. So I had a really good day. Met some nice people. Oh, there was the cutest little fucking Frenchie. Oh my god, she was called Pig, I think. She was so cute. Yeah, so I gave her stroking a couple of times. Yeah, I had a really good day. Do you know what? I really do actually need to just like get myself to more competitions on the weekends because I always enjoy myself and it always like just keeps me happy. You know, when I go through periods where I'm just sat in the house on my fucking bill doing nothing like on the weekends over an extended period of time, like that thing that like sort of like it's easier for things to creep up and then not sort of like keep me happy and everything. But I love going to competitions. I love doing people's numbers. I had this one guy who I hadn't met before, Marv, and he hadn't had anybody handle him before. So like basically the way I approached this, I looked at people's wilks. So the way this worked, this competition, it's a really strange competition, but it's actually a really good idea where you've got a senior division, a junior division, and a masters division, and each team is allowed two juniors, two masters, and three seniors. So it ends up being like a competition where you've got six seniors, four masters, four juniors, and it's a Wilks competition. So the highest Wilks gets the maximum points. So in the seniors, the maximum points is 6, then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then obviously in the other two, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you end up like, so it ends up being whichever team gets the most team points wins the whole competition, and then that's the Roses Cup. So this guy Marv, he hadn't had anybody handle him before, and the way I did it, I just looked at people's wilks, and for the most part, most people were going to place in the same place as long as they just had a decent day. And then I identified like 3 key matchups that we really needed to win to make sure that we won the cup. So he was one of them, and he hadn't had anybody do his numbers before. So like, and just we got everything fucking spot on for him. Like, so he's a deadlifter. I think his PB deadlift was like 320 or something like that, and he's like fairly young lad, and he's in the 105s, and like, so we weren't expecting a huge squat, so we just made it look comfortable and made sure he didn't miss any. Ended up with a 240 squat. Bench, he went with 180, and then he wanted 190 for his second attempt, and 190 was his PB. So I looked at the 180 and I thought, you know, it wasn't that quick where I would convincingly say you've got another 10 kilos in you there. So we went 187.5 instead. He went for that, and fuck, it was a grinder. It was a real big grinder. And then we went for 190 on the third attempt to match his PB, and he ended up failing it. And that ended up being a really sort of like important call on the day because that set him up to win the best Wilks of that senior group. So then, and with him being a deadlifter, we just needed to make sure that he pulled enough to get the win, and that ended up being 5 kilos less than his PB, and he fucking smoked it. So like, I was made up for him, like getting on the podium, like first time he's had anybody do his numbers, and he just said like, fuck, it was like so much easier Like, and it really is when you've got somebody there who's experienced enough to go through all your lifts for you and just put the right number on the board. You know, like I've watched enough competitions and seen enough lifts to have a really good idea of how much is left in the tank there. And like, honestly, we nailed it. It was absolutely spot on. So I was really, really happy to see him take the best lifter of the seniors on the day. And it was a really, really good day. Like, I was just fucking about with all the Northwest guys, like we always do. We've got a really good group there, and I just love seeing them. So thanks to everybody who just brightened up my day today, be it by calling me a cunt, saying I've got the best tits in British powerlifting, which I have, and you know, the most talented tits. Just yeah, had a really, really fucking good day. And I've just gotten done recording a podcast with King of the Lifts. Follow those guys on Instagram. It's like King of the Lifts, separated with underscores all the way through. And they're fucking good guys. I had a really good chat. We were chatting for near enough 2 hours just about me. So I obviously enjoyed that. Oh, look at my new tattoo. Oh, I'm gonna have to fucking stand up. Basically, it's General Zod fucking Superman up. Fucking cool, isn't it? Aye. Take that, Clark, you little cunt. So yeah, I'm just fucking procrastinating. I should be doing some programs, but I'm not right now. I'm gonna try and get this done. This is probably not gonna be too long of a video. It's just really sort of like to let you know, all those 12 who actually are fucking interested, one of the 12, about what I'm doing. I'm going to change things up with my YouTube a little bit, where I'm going to look to try and post one, maybe two, like, sort of really, like, big editing videos. That's going to take a little bit of time to edit properly with training and everything like that. But I'm also in the build-up to the Arnold Europe, which is now... fucking phone... which is now 9 weeks, 5 days, and 10 hours away. I'm going to basically do a daily vlog of that. So it's not going to be like anything major. It's just going to be me just sort of like how I'm feeling, what's going on in my head, how am I approaching that particular day, all that sort of stuff. It might come in the morning, it might come at night, I don't know. It really just depends on how I feel. But I'm going to look to do that, and I'm just going to just throw in some fucking, like, it basically is going to be like a 5-minute editing job where I'm just going to throw some fucking lifts on, so it's going to end up like a bit of a voiceover, but it won't be, because I'll be recording it into the phone and putting the videos on top of that. But yeah, so like, that's just something that I want to just fuck about with and just try and get used to uploading content a little bit more. And I'm also going to probably do maybe a 4 to a 6 week cut. I was planning a hypertrophy phase until I decided that I was going to go for the world record squat and total again. So I figure if I just do like a moderate cut and make it into like a bit of a project. So like, a lot of people like are always asking what the best way to do this is. What's the best way to lose weight? What's the best way to lose body fat? What's the best way to put on muscle? Whether it be through training, diet, whatever. And I used to buy into them being like a best way of doing things. And the more I've learned and the more I've saw over the years, the best way really is the way that is going to work for you. Whatever program you're doing, whether it's diet, lifting, running, CrossFit, whatever it is, the best program for you is the one that suits your lifestyle the best, and the one that you can actually enjoy enough to be able to sustain for a long period of time to actually see any kind of results. So I'm going to start this up tomorrow, and basically I'm just going to do it where every week, what I'm trying to show people is that there is no best way of doing anything. So the method that you take to get to whatever body you want is secondary to just being in a deficit. That's basically the point of doing this. So as long as I'm in a caloric deficit, then it doesn't matter whether I've done keto, which I won't fucking be doing, by the way. Doesn't matter whether I've been doing keto, intermittent fasting, carb backloading, carbs at the start of the day, eating whenever you want, eating whatever you want, if it fits your macros, all that sort of stuff. Like, it doesn't really matter as long as you're in a deficit, and that's the whole point of it. And look, that should be common knowledge now, but there are still a lot of people who don't like sort of buy into that, and they'll say that the best way of losing this is intermittent fasting. The best way of losing this is carb backloading. The best way of losing this is carb night, all that sort of stuff. And what it ends up like, really, what they're trying to do is sell you a program. That's why they're saying it's the best thing. Whereas the best thing, like I said, is the thing that is going to suit your lifestyle the most, and that's going to get you results with as little sort of, like, if it feels like work, it's probably not going to work, but if you're enjoying doing it, it's probably going to work. So that's the key to that. Another thing that I'm really keen to do in this cycle is just get a bit more athletic. So you're going to see some like out of the box methods of doing cardio. I'm going to be doing some slow boring cardio, but I've also bought like a speed, agility, quickness ladder. So I'm going to do some ladder drills. I'm going to do some sprints. I'm going to do circuits, things like that, and I'll look to put those up along. I'll look to put those up with probably the fat loss videos, so you can, because I mean, everyone's seen me lift. You know what I can do in the gym and everything, lifting wise, but you don't know what I can do fucking speed, agility, quickness wise. And I think I'm gonna fucking surprise some people. So I'm looking forward to just fucking about with that. And yeah, I don't think I've really got a lot more to say, to be honest. I'm gonna try and get these programs written off, and then I'm going to try and watch a movie with the lady. So, yeah. Aye. Right. Thanks for watching. I'm looking forward to getting this going, interacting with you all and everything. I really fucking love doing it. And anything? No, I don't think so. Okay. Right then, have a good week, I guess.